Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Brook, a poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson. The poem explores the themes of mortality and eternity, and the notable works of Alfred Lord Tennyson are Break, Break, Break and Tears, Idle Tears. He wrote this poem, The Brook, in 1886, 6 years before his death. And here in the poem, the speaker is the brook. The brook explains that it started out in a body of water, and in that place, birds called coot and heron often gather. Then it rushes forward. The sunlight glitters on the water as it weaves through greenery. Then it slowly and gently flows into a valley. It gains momentum now and tumbles down many hills and seeps through narrow crevices on the some of the hillsides. It passes several villages and also a small town and flows underneath lots of bridges. It guides past a farm that belongs to a man named Philip to be absorbed by the river. It claims that while humans live short, impermanent lives, it will always endure. Then it picks its journey back. The brook rushes over stone paths and straits, sounding like music as it flows over the rocks. It pools into bays filled with churning water and then tumbles over small stones. The brook curves round the stream bank and passes many meadows and plots of farmland. It says the land seems to belong to fairies because its landscape dotted with green leafy plants and delicious blossoms look like that. The brook makes little trickling noises as it travels to the almost overflowing river. It reminds the listener that human life is fleeting, but the brook is always eternal. The brook meanders through the countryside, zigzagging across the landscape. The flower hearty trouts and some freshwater fish called graylings drift along with its water. The brook's water bubbles up and forms as it journeys towards the river. It forms little waves that crashes melodically on top of the pebbles and sand which are down below in the stream bed. The vigorous brook pulls the pebbles, flower petals, and fish along with it as it rushes to join up with the large river. While humankind's time on earth is short and temporary, the brook says it will continue to live on with no end in sight. The brook quietly creeps past meadows and fields carpeted with grass and slips through densely planted hazel trees that shade the landscape. The rippling water nudges wildflowers called forget me nots, which are meant for people who are blissfully in love. Then it moves quietly, sometimes looking dark and murky, and other times the light playfully bounces on it. Swallows brush the water surface as they search for food. The sunlight shines through the foliage that surrounds the stream, casting a woven pattern on the surface of the water. Reflecting on a moving surface, the sunlight looks like it is dancing playfully upon the brook's sandy, shallow water. The water makes low, quiet sounds as it travels during night time, flowing past a forest filled with prickly shrubs. The stream slows its pace when it comes to a sandbank heaped with little pebbles and spends another unhurried moment swirling around the green leafy uh, greens like watercress that grow in the shallow waters of the stream. Once again, the brook continues its winding journey to merge with the big river. The brook reminds listeners that although individual humans are born and die, it, that is the brook, is eternal. Now let's read the poem. I come from haunts of coot and hern. I make a sudden sally and sprankle out among the fern to bicker down a valley. By 30 hills I hurry down or slip between the ridges. By 20 tops a little town and half a hundred bridges. Till last by Philip's farm I flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I chatter over stony ways in little sharps and trebles. I bubble into edging bays, I babble on the pebbles. With many a curve my banks I fret by many a field and fallow, and many a fairy foreland set with willow, wheat, and mallow. I chatter as I flow to join the brimming river, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I wind about and in and out with here a blossom sailing, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling, and here and there a foamy flake upon me as I travel, with many a silvery water break above the golden gravel. and draw them all along and float to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I steal by lawns and grassy plots, I slide by hazel covers. I move the sweet forget me nots that grow for happy lovers. I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance among my skimming swallows. I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallows. I murmur under moon and stars in brambly wildernesses. I linger by my shingly bars. I loiter round my cresses. And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. And here ends the poem. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.